And whenever I first got on this track, I was like, whoa, dude, this is way better than I was expecting. Check this out right here, dude. Just a little kiss of dirt right quick, a little bit of action, you know what I'm saying, dog? So you got some crazy wide open, just never let off the gas in the corners. Would be a perfect track to do a wide open video on. I'm going to be doing that in the future on a 125, but wow, dude, I was really impressed with the on track on this. Let me explain it to you in a very simple way, okay? This is a 2019 RF national track minus the roughness. That's basically what this is right here. Very cool the way it just feels like a next level of track design, in my opinion. Kind of the way the jumps feel and the scaling of everything and the kind of wide open nature of it. It just feels like you can really show your true motocross skill on this track. So I thought that was kind of cool. But also, just letting you guys know, I'm going to be making quite a few changes for 2018 on the YouTube channel. We're going to be getting it going, dude. I know I've been kind of all over the place with it a little bit. Check out this hook. Oh, God. You can definitely go to Saturn and back real quick off of that one. So, but we're going to be making a lot of changes. I'm going to be doing like a top 3 monthly donators kind of thing. Going to be changing a lot of my icons and banners, and whoa, I wadded up right there, dude. Luckily, I did some more gameplay here. But I'm really going to take it more seriously. Going to get into live streaming, going to get into a more structured sort of upload schedule, and once I do that, it'll just make everything come together a little bit easier, and that's my plan with it. I know I sound like one of those dudes that's like, oh, in 2018, I'm going to do everything I've wanted to do my entire life and actually not do it. You know, I'm not that kind of guy. It's really just a good time to start trying to take this thing a little more seriously than I have in the past. Treat it more like it really is something serious. It's always been more of just kind of a hobby for me. Whoa, dude. Big Daddy hooks. It's, you know what I'm saying? I mean, of course I've taken it seriously. Of course I've done things at certain points in time, but like as far as consistently taking it seriously, I've never really done that. And I just think the potential for it is like wide open if I do that. So, I'm not going to be doing a top like 10 of all time donators or anything like that. 'Cause once you get to the point where you start getting like a lot more donations, it's pretty much impossible to do like that and still be able to thank the people, because your top 10 donators is like above, all of them are like above $10, and then you can't even have someone that just wants to donate $2. They can't even be on the top of your list. So I think just like a top 3 monthly thing would be way better. I'm going to have that at the end of a bunch of my videos, going to be reading all of your messages that you leave and your donations in the videos. Getting more serious with like actually putting in graphical, well-made stuff, like actually making things in Photoshop and not Microsoft Paint. You know, like just things I've done in the past, just trying to improve on the quality of every aspect of it. You know what I mean? That's what I mean by taking it more serious. And we're going to see if we can do that, man. It's, you know, with anything, I feel like it takes you at least 2 years before you really learn it, no matter what it is. And with YouTube, for me, it's always been like this really long learning experience. So it's like I'm just now to the point where I've learned enough things to where it's starting to become a lot more easy. It's starting to become more consistent, and I can actually improve on the quality of every aspect of it. But anyways, so we got big plans in 2018. All you dudes out there that are like, you know, you're trying to make your dreams come true. They haven't really came true. You're like it in a hard spot. You're trying to make it happen, and it just seems like, you know, it can feel impossible at times. Like the YouTube thing for me is 6,000 subs. It's basically hit this wall. So it's like, well, now what do you do? You know, what do you do? And man, I'm right there with all of you guys out there that when you're like not this super famous person, you haven't necessarily made it yet, you feel very detached from feeling like you can ever make it. You get what I'm saying? And just like, dudes, do not give up on it. don't do it, man. I'm right there with you every day. We're grinding on this shit. We ain't giving up on it. We're doing it, dude. We're making it. We're making it happen. So it's just, you know, it just takes doing it every single day, man. You just got to put that work in every day. And MX Simulator has been like the ultimate teacher of that for me. You know, all the people told me to do this. You should have your setup like that. You should do this. You're not doing that right. You're not doing this, whatever. All these people, you know, told me what to do. And I didn't change anything. I just played the game more, and look at me now. You know, it's just like, dude, I mean, I don't know. Time does wonders in things. It's insane. So either way, awesome track right here. Just such a flowing style. You can got like dip down in that little rut right there. So much fun. Nice little triple. It does have a little bit of roughness on it, but it is not even remotely close to your RF official style roughness or anything like that. Let's see. It's got this really cool section right here where you kind of come around the corner and then you hit these like angled jumps right here, but they seem to come together really well. Like, it doesn't feel like you're jumping off the side of the track anywhere. Like, it all just, it's hard to explain it, but the track just very, very well made, you know, very well designed as a whole, it feels like. Like, whoever made this track knew what the hell they were doing, you know? That's what it feels like. And I mean, the off track is cool. All these little sections, you can kind of, there's a lot of little trick line sections and stuff. I'll show you guys some here in a second, but there's this one. Oh, dude, check this out. So you can, I'm pretty sure you can jump a 6 on this thing right here. I was just jumping like a 5 out of that wall and then doing like a double, but I'm pretty sure you can jump 6 on it. So let me show you right here real quick. I know this is not like a track guide, but I just wanted to, just some little things I learned just from riding on the track for a minute. So you want to make sure you double this up over down into this little ditch sort of thing right here, and you want to make sure you do that so that you get a smooth landing and takeoff off of this wall right here, and that allows you to actually jump up over. You know, it's kind of hard to actually get the double out of that, and if you don't, then you're just going to smack on the wall and you're not even going to go anywhere. So once you do that, then it opens up the doors to where you can actually jump like 4, 5, 6. What do they even call that? Like sextuplet? Jump a sextuplet here, dude? You know, you can jump like quad 5, 6, basically. That 6 is, woo! That is a big daddy jump right there, but you just got to be able to control yourself in the air, you know? That's the biggest thing on any sort of wall jump, but this track reminded me a lot of the WW Ranch track in this game, if you guys remember that one. Did an awesome wide open video on that. I got all my playlists for my 125 wide open videos on my front page. See, like right here, it's very, very similar how you come around this long sweeper corner. Very cool how he did this section where it's like these rollers, but they go through this corner in a cool way to where you've got to have so much balance on the bike to keep it going right, especially when you get up in the 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th gear range. You know, you got to really be able to know what you're doing control-wise because you're going so damn fast on it. And so much fun jumps right here. I was, what was I doing exactly? Let me play this back. It's third person to kind of show you guys some of the sections, but it's cool how he made it to where, like, the whole track is somewhat smooth, but yet it's somewhat rough at the same time. The whole entire track is like that. Like, it's got a smooth vibe to it, but it's also got a rough vibe to it. By the way, I still need to make that video with the vibe counter up in the corner. I've kind of gotten away from saying vibe in some of my videos. That's going way back, dude. But I want to get back into, you know, doing some of the things that I used to do. And it's just, when you don't, like, do something every day, it's easy to stray. You know, I've noticed that. Like, whether it's MX Simulator, YouTube, anything, the times where I've just kind of strayed away from it, you've got to have that inner vortex focus, and that's the only way to do it. And the only way to get that inner vortex focus is to do it every single day. That's the only way to do it, man. So check out this scrub right here. That wasn't the best I'd ever scrubbed on that, but I mean, I was pretty pancaked out right there. I would definitely call that kissing the dirt, but One time I scrubbed it really cool where sometimes like when you're scrubbing really fast like that, you just get like a natural sort of pull with the bike. And sometimes you sort of like fight it a little more, especially when you're going fast. Like sometimes going faster can help you in a scrub, but also sometimes it can hurt you because you hit the damn face so hard that it's like you can't even scrub it right. You know what I mean? So that can definitely happen. But the one time that I did, I think I was going a little bit slower. Like I think I messed up on this section right here a little bit, and I was going slower, and when I scrubbed, it just like laid it all the way over. I'm telling you, like literally skimmed my handlebars. Not right here it didn't, but on the other one, and of course I ended up crashing like right after that, so I had to do a different gameplay. But so this was still a decent scrub right here, but you can get it way over. Like this is a perfect scrub jump right here, dude. Perfect. And then you go to this really cool big jump right here, but you want to be careful and not over jump that scrub jump and land in the face of this. That's pretty easy to do if you get going really fast, because then you'll just pop off the bike and crash right there. But this is like a borderline realistic, unrealistic jump right here. It's pretty big, pretty peaked out. I would call it probably like 100 feet, 150 feet, something like that. But the thing about it is it's so peaked that if you hit it too fast, then it just gives you that weird where the bike just like shoots off in a random direction. You know, it's hard to even like land properly. So certain areas of the track, you got to kind of maybe tone it down just a little bit. If you're like wide open fifth gear on a 450, you know, you might have to slow down just a little bit, especially that jump right there. I think the reason why he made that jump a little shorter is because he's got this triple right here, but if you come up short on the triple and you just hit the double, you can still hit that bigger tabletop after. So, you know, I feel like that's why he made it like that. And you'll notice that with a lot of sections on the track, even though it's like big jump, fun scale kind of track, it's still fairly easy because you can come up short on stuff because the way every jump face and landing is kind of like smoothed out, and the traction of the track is a very loamy, dirt filling, softer. I think that's a really big tip to some track makers out there. A little bit of the problem I've had with some of my custom tracks is I make the dirt too hard packed. And what that does is it makes it to where you can get way too much speed going, first of all, but also it makes it to where whenever you come up short on something or you overjump something, you hit so hard that you just pop right off the bike and break your two front teeth, you know? You've got to find like more of a loamy style dirt, softer dirt. Doesn't necessarily have to be sand or anything, but it just needs to be a little bit softer if you're going to have a track that's got humongous jumps like that. For just the simple fact of, like, whenever it's more loamy like this, it just seems like it's easier to jump bigger stuff. I don't know why it's like that. I think it's just because you can't get going as fast, so you don't have the opportunity to, like, really, really over jump something. And you'll notice that on some harder packed tracks, it's so easy to just, like, jump way. It's a lot harder to get your overall layout scale proper, like how much distance you have from the corner to the jump face to the landing. It's a lot easier to get all that kind of condensed down whenever you have a loamy dirt, more friction style track. It's all about how much friction it has to it. So check out the 5 right there, dude. Oh my gosh. I was like, see, when I first got on the track, I didn't even realize you could actually do that because I wasn't jumping this one double hard enough to really get it up over it. So I was just kind of like rolling over it. But there's so many cool trick lines like that on this track, man. Cool section right here where you can come around. You can either go, is this, that ain't quite where I did the little trick line. I'll show you guys here in a second though, but nice white fence. Got this little pond over here. Cool tree billboards, a house. By the way, I'm just reviewing this one particular motocross track. I'm not reviewing any of the other tracks on this compound. And this is 10 overall, without a doubt, hands down. I know some people might give this track more like a 9, but I mean, it's just well made. It's just fun. It's got long sections where you can hold it wide open, just enough little baby roughness where it gives you a little bit of a scare, but it's not too much. You can still basically hold it wide open all the way around the track, and just very, very well made, very flowy, very Very just like everything feels natural. Like I said, it's like a 2019 RF national track, but not that like crazy roughness that you get with an RF style track. That whole sweeper corner, you can basically never let off the entire time around that corner around the backside. So that's cool how he did that section. Inside lines, inside ruts, perfectly built. You've got an inside rut right here that you can hit really hard and just completely spin yourself all the way around and never really lose any momentum. Like the ruts have just enough size on them to where you can just get into them and completely turn the bike around. So let's see. Yeah, let me go back right here. Okay, so you guys know this humongous double right here. It's very tricky to hit, but the whole trick to it is you want to hit it on the left side over here. If you notice on the right, there's actually quite the divot right there. There's actually quite the little hump down that if you hit that, you're going to lose all your momentum, and then you're not even going to be able to hit that big jump. So basically what you want to do is hit it from the left, okay, like where it's like there's not much of a divot at all, and then you jump to the right, okay, and then you've got to hit that face of that jump on the right side because there is no face on the left side. So it's a little bit tricky, a little bit more of a professional style jump right there, but I think it's kind of cool how he made that little trick line there where you can still huck it if you hit it the right way. Just long sweeper, just awesome corners. I mean, they really are. Like, I had to play that back on a different playback just to show you guys that little section right there. But yeah, dude, I mean, off track is cool. He's got little mountain type sections. Like I said, the grass, billboard, and trees looks good. He's got multiple different off track decals blended together. When you add in everything to the track and put it together, that's what makes it a 10. It's just everything about it is cool, you know, for all skill levels of riders, all types of fun factor going on here. You've got all types of sections going on here, rut sections, smooth sections, big jump sections, smaller jump sections, rollers, jumping walls into rollers. You know, you've got a lot of variety right here going on, and it keeps a very big skill gap going on as well, just in the nature of like a beginner could ride on this track and a pro could ride on this track, and both would be having similar amounts of fun on it, you know. Fun whip jumps, perfect scrub jump. I mean, what more can you ask for, really? Sick track, 137, man. Difficulty is medium, so either way, appreciate you guys watching all the videos. Later, dudes.